It's it's been a while, so let's get back to games in general, and especially this time we want to start with trying to catch a Marlin in Ultimate Fishing Simulator, the original one, as it's currently the only fishing game pretty much we are far enough into try and catch the Marlin. So let's see how far we get with that. Do think we need to gain a few levels first to be able to use live bait, which is pretty much an ecstasy, at least as far as I remember. Like tried with the lure, and it did very little. It seems kind of like live bait has the highest probability in that respect. So we should first see how many levels more we need to use live bait, and then go on from there. But indeed, kind of like never caught Marlin or the other big ticket fish in the game, so decided to revisit it as the kind of like newer options are. That would, especially the UI of the second Ultimate Fishing Simulator is kind of hard to read comparatively, and in turn Russian fishing is a very different game, and the angler bought, but it doesn't currently seem to run for me, so that pretty much gives the kind of like rundown on current options, and would require a lot more work to get back to the same point, especially with less content still existing for the second Ultimate Fishing Simulator. So for now, in terms of especially catching the big ticket things, I would say that this game is the best option. So returning at least some to the Ultimate Fishing Simulator 1. And also you may have noticed that there are now Christmas decorations a bit around the stream, as of course it's the holiday season, so added a bit of nice Christmas decorations. Also may come up with more at those different balls also previous year, so they are nice because some of them are fluffy or do have stripes, so quite stylish ones also. So let's see what to do next with the game. Hopefully we do not have too much in terms of required levels to be able to use live bait for Marlin, but we'll see. So let's move towards the game and see what are the actual requirements for. So tucked fish, alright. And let's see like inventory, and if we want to buy live bait, we need level 14 as faintly remembered for using that. Of course we can look at the nice 3D view of the live bait fish. The mouth also seems to open and close on itself, but yes. So we need approximately like 3 levels more, so we should go and fish to get those. Grasshopper we can already use, but it's pretty much like for all the Marlins, live bait is quite essential. So, and also we should see like sufficiently fancy fishing gear like this. This looks pretty nice, especially because it's metallic purple, so of course that doesn't at least cause any problem. Elegant colors and all. But yes, we also need some additional. Oh, hello there, Jax. We also need some additional funds to actually buy sufficiently strong fishing equipment. And you of course get a wave. Hello there. How have you been doing, Jax? Always good to have you here. And indeed we need first to gain a couple of levels to be able to use live bait, so let's see about where to go and fish. This is the kind of like where here you can actually find Marlin in the ocean, so that's where what we are aiming for. And we also have the newer DLCs. This contains a lot of like electric catfish, right? Contains a lot of quite specialized fish. So let's see, then we have Greenland where you get like Atlantic salmon, cod. And also we can go to the sea in Greenland where you can get shark, which also is kind of a big ticket thing. We do have the Amazon River with electric eel, alright. And Japan, there are quite a few maps we haven't really tried yet, so in that respect probably going to do this game more. There's also the new DLC from this summer. They did one more at least for the old game also, the Taupo Lake, where you can go to New Zealand and get a bit different selection of fish again. After that they haven't done any new DLCs, so kind of unsure whether they are still continuing with this game or not, but at least there are a few more. So first of all we need to gain at least a couple of levels, so let's go somewhere interesting, like let's try the Kariba Dam. We haven't yet tried this at all, so let's see if we actually have even equipment we can catch something with here. Alright, and then we need to check like what we would have available here. So we have like the catfish, tigerfish, tilapia, happy, alright, bream. So practically we need to be aware to some degree kind of equipment we should be using, so would be nice if it would highlight kind of like the ones that are relevant, because it's quite difficult. At least this is for tilapia and such, so let's buy some basic worm for now and possibly go first to the dam here. And There we go. So let's try with that. So we have the basic red worm. Oh, hello there, Rot. Good to have you here. And indeed, it's a fishing game. We actually want to catch a marlin, because remembered suddenly about Hemmingway's Old Man and the Sea and wanted to catch a marlin. This is pretty much the only fishing game we have much possibility for a marlin, because this actually we are far enough almost that we could maybe catch a marlin with live bait. So next working towards that and seeing what we can catch in the newer DLC lakes. So welcome to the stream, and hopefully you enjoy the kind of calm and or sometimes a bit uncertain sport of fishing, like whether we get anything and or how well it works out. But welcome and good to have you here. So Christmas dinner, nice. So let's cast out and see. Whether we get any attention. And then we just wait for some attention. It's quite warm, certainly, for the kind of like probably normal for the area, like 38 degrees. So certainly some really warm fishing weather. All right. And we have our first customer today. It's not even too bad if I don't need to adjust brakes or such, so probably pretty alright. Alright, to just try and drag out at this rate. At least we could like first get it to the shore and then have a bite in our hands, like right at the shore. Interesting. Very different to some fish that it's not really pulling away, it's just trying to bite us on the shore. Or would it be actually the case that the fish is too big to pull up with this fishing line and rod? Would be an interesting problem, really. Yeah, do think that's actually the case, that it's too heavy to actually pull up with this, so we most probably should see about like buying better equipment even. So what level 3 really, like somehow do not think the level 3 one is realistic really. This looks pretty nice with the wood inlays and everything, so and we can use up to level 11. So most probably should get better. Alright. Yeah. Alright, so of course it's more also about the food, not only drink, so that's also nice, of course. So let's then see what equipment to get. We have about 2000 budget, so we can go for that, or it's actually the best one we at least currently have available, so let's buy that. Then we also need, because it's like 32 versus 36 and it saves about 100, so let's invest in the better one, equip that, also sell the old ones as we do not really need. We'll have a level 1. We can't even sell the really low level, like starting one, alright. Then we need a better reel, like alright, that's pretty. Level 21. Alright, we can even take a better look at the reel. Course, looks quite nice. Alright, that was not quite what intended to do yet, so let's get the level 10 one for now as better. And we can sell the old one. Alright, then we need fishing line with sufficient durability. Alright, do think this is what we are using. Yes. Level 11, that's fly fishing. Level 10, that's also fly fishing. Level 12, alright. It's like we actually need to gain some levels, because those are both for fly fishing. So to actually have access to like alright, so we can't actually improve further than that in that respect. And we have like really, can we get nicer fishing? It's really sizable at least, like. And then we should also buy more float weight. So we can put more weight on it, because optimal weight for this would be 14. There we go. It's probably also a bit more float line. There we go. Doing pretty well, would say. Have this far was out, and as there's now some snow, also the cross-country skis out. Probably will be going tomorrow during daylight hours. Will be going cross-country skiing some also. So let's see, like this combination with the worm. Might still be that the line simply is not strong enough, but at least we have like much more impressive equipment. Let's see how this works. At least the new float is much bigger. Let's see if we get any interest. Yes, so let's try and reel it in. So far so good, but it is like the fishing line makes it impossible, or we'll see. Yeah, it's kind of like we actually need higher level fishing line to make it. Kind of annoying. So it's actually like we would be getting big enough fish that it's not possible to land it with the fishing line foremost. That's kind of because it doesn't give the option to use the net immediately, which would be very useful because it doesn't kind of consider the fish caught. Yeah, so we actually need like stronger fishing line, but we catch such large fish here that we actually have to travel elsewhere first to level up so we can buy stronger fishing line, which is kind of a shame. Ah, hello there, Reese Harry. Good to see you. Doing pretty well, thank you. And getting kind of after a couple of weeks a bit busy otherwise. We had a nice cabin meet last week and otherwise been quite busy with work also, so took a while to get back to streaming again, but now again doing the usual schedule almost for the rest of the month hopefully. So welcome once again, and we want to catch a Marlin, so we need to first level up to pretty much catch anything else either. It seems in the bigger fisheries we need better equipment, so tried first like let's level up here, but actually we keep getting so actually didn't even try, because Ferry Weekend Holland is the previous week, so it would be so close to FWH that we actually, at least many of the usual ones locally, we didn't even try for a room there. We are going to FWH mostly, so didn't even try. No, shame that you didn't either get a room though. Yeah, we kind of decided to do only FWH this time. So we need to choose a different, like easier fishery. So let's try Moraine Lake and see what we catch. As we still need to level up some. Let's check what was the level required for the better fishing line, which is kind of alright. Let's see like level we need for the is the one we are using currently, and the next monofilament one actually requires level, because the both like better ones are fly fishing ones, so it's kind of like the next monofilament one is actually level 12, so interesting gap in that sense that you actually, let's try from here. And see what we can catch. Ah, that's great. It's actually a very nice convention, so we'll be pleased to see you here. There then. Very good to hear at least that much, even if apparently not many of the usual ones are going to the Confasol, then kind of good still that we will be seeing at FWH. It's a very nice convention. The location is extremely nice also. Alright, we have interest. And this fish appears more in line with the durability of our fishing line. We can actually land it. Or not. Like really. Kind of starting to be confused, like haven't played this in a while, so let's see that we can actually catch something. It can't be that we keep getting so big fish, so let's go like first level and see that we can actually get something up. Kind of confused, it's been a while and it shouldn't be that difficult line durability wise, even if you have like really big fish. Let's see. Alright, there we go. So, and we just need some customers again. Alright. Premature strike. Oh, that was really short. Fast. Let's try again. And then wait. Yeah, it's a very nice convention. Overall, would also agree. Alright. This time no premature strikes, so let's try to reel the fish in. Maybe we can even get this out of the water, because it seems that the fishing line is kind of under spec for the couple of... Yep, we can actually get something out of the water. 7 XP, which is not like very fast way to... It's like half a kilogram, so we can get some fish out of the water, which is a good start. So we can maybe go to a bit more demanding fisheries again. But its main issue is that we actually need more durable fishing line for the very big ones, so... Let's try here. Like, can we get some bass at the... Alright, and here we go. Let's try first, like just from the pier directly, fill with the standard worm. After probably checking out how well it works for bass, because yeah, should work for bass, so should be good enough for that fishery. So let's then try. Maybe catch something which gives a bit more experience immediately. So let's see. The mangrove forest and also there we go. And then we wait for some interest from the fish. And yes, we do actually have bait on it, which is a good start to remember. Once ran out of bait and fished for some time like without bait and not getting much. Then like 15 minutes later, yeah, there was no bait actually because ran out, which of course doesn't help with your fishing, would say foremost. And we have a customer. This should be a bit bigger, it seems, and or very feisty pumpkin seed. No, this is actually something a bit more demanding. Alright. Largemouth bass. Nice. New record. 3.78 kilograms. Very nice looking fish. And we get some XP from that and a bit more XP from releasing it, so kind of like would go currently for XP as we more need to level up. And more, please. So let's see some more bass, hopefully. Alright, premature strike. Oh, let's try again. So, how have you been doing otherwise, Harry? It's been a while since I've seen you on stream, even if didn't stream for a while recently, but it's been a while. So, how have you been otherwise, other than not being lucky with on Fuzzle this time? Alright. And another Another one. Rikes. White crappy, alright. Like 4 XP. Not really the best fish ever, but you can't have like a big bass every time, of course. So we need to catch more bigger fish to get more experience, so we can get the higher grade fishing line for the more demanding fisheries. Alright, this is a bit bigger at least. Fights a bit. Alright, there we go. We need to even use the fishing net. Alright, that's a big striped bass. 10 kilograms. 163 XP. Certainly releasing for more XP. That was a big fish. Really nice. Really nice, sizable fish, that one. Let's try for more still. Would be nice to get up to level 12 at least. And then we can wait for strike. There we go. Let's reel it in and see what we get. Most probably not such a large fish, because it's like you can just reel it in straight through. Alright, black crappie. Yep, like almost worth the bait. Let's sell that and still have bait. Yes, a couple. So let's wait and see how interested the fish are. Would be nice to get as big bass as the previous one, a few to level up one level. At least tonight. Let's see. There we go. Not much of fight yet, so might not be such a big fish. Let's see. Yeah, most probably not, as we can reel it in like at almost minimum tension. So, yep, another like really minimal crappie, $3. Not even worth the price of the bait. So, last bait, and then we need to buy more. So, let's keep trying. And then we wait and see. Alright, and there's fish. Probably not much bigger, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Like a bit more tension than the last white crappie, but no, it's actually a bass. It's just a quite small one, like 2 kilograms. So not a bad looking fish again. Largemouth bass and 32 XP, and we're gonna get 7 more, or let's sell that so we have more funds for bait, as we need to also keep some of the maggot for bass. At least some of them. Let's use these next, as we have 4 of them. So let's go with the maggot. Use them first, and then buy more worm, most probably would say. And cast. Alright, pretty long cast, 42 meters almost. So let's see how the maggot does in these waters. It's starting to be like 8 a.m. at this rate at the fishery, so still early morning. Let's see how it compares strike frequency wise to the worm. At least no strikes yet, but now there is, so at least the fish is putting up a bit of a fight, but it's not generating that much tension, so most probably not such a big fish either. Yeah, another white crappie, like $5. let's try a bit different direction, mangrove forest wise, and see what that does. And wait for strike. Alright, and we have interest. At least a bit more tension at times. Certainly fighting us. But not enough to need to adjust brakes, it seems, but it's tugging and fighting a bit more, so. Alright, that's a big crappie. Actually, like over 1 kilogram white crappie, that's like a luxury model. Sure, it's already a bit bigger fish, so you get a bit more experience for that, so not too bad in that respect. Alright, let's see like how much more and what level was the bigger fishing line. 12, so it's not that far. We need still like slightly under 1000 experience, so that's actually pretty good. The long-term statistics are quite interesting, like 25 hours spent in game, 645 fish caught, 927.45 kilograms of fish, and fights won 669, so fights 669, so we have lost a few fish. And we can actually unlock more experience would currently be actually very nice. You have like good bird and mustache for fishing, so you get more experience. It would appear. So let's then with better fishing beard go for more fish. We still have some maggots left, so let's try and put them to good use. And wait for a strike, at least a bit different position, as this time the throw went almost 40 meters, unlike slightly to the left where it went considerably shorter. Alright, and there's action, and this is actually pretty big. Considering the way it's fighting, it's actually something more interesting even, would seem. Let's see if we can reel it in directly, or do we have still bigger fighting? Alright, and a pretty alright one gives a bit more experience, and sell it so we have budget for bait also in the future. 1 maggot left, so let's keep going with those. And wait for a strike again. Alright, and that's a fish, and it's a pretty demanding one, like. Gradually getting a bit of purchase on it now, but it actually started with quite feisty movements. Yeah, probably doesn't need adjusting the brakes because it's like not pulling away immediately. We need to use the fishing net, so and we apparently didn't catch anything, so it went great. Oh well. So we need to try again. Let's buy. Also the maggot work pretty well, so maggot is cheaper than the red worm. We do also have a few marshmallows, but those work only for a few kinds of fish, so let's sell those, and else would work for like bass. Leech, interesting. Waxworm also works for bass. As the dragonfly, which starts to be quite expensive. Let's try with the waxworm, like let's buy 10 of those and see how those work for us. Bit higher end. Let's also equip it, which of course works better when you put it on your fishing equipment. And there we go. Let's see how this works in this position and or conditions. Alright, that would be some action. A shame with the previous fish, but let's try for more. Probably not quite as big as we can reel it in, almost linear. It's still a bass though, and 37 experience, so not too bad at all. And pays for the bait pretty much, so. And then we again see about interest from the fish, hopefully. And we have interest and a bigger fish. Very much so, even. It's not pulling away outright, but a lot more tension for sure in the fight. So see if we need to again try our luck or lack of it with the fishing. Right, spotted bass, new record. Unsurprisingly, it's new record because I don't think we have really caught one before. So 16 XP still and 4 more XP for releasing because it's quite small. So at least we imagine that it will grow up a bit if we release it back. Of course, kind of more like good karma because I don't think the game really simulates like if you release fish that they would then in turn grow for later sessions, which would be of course nice if it would save the released ones and increase their size with some formula, but as far as I know the game doesn't have that kind of functionality, so it's more of you get a bit more experience and tend to playfully note that you get good fishing karma for releasing the kind of smaller fish. And cast. And we have some action. Alright, this is also actually a pretty big fish because it's currently even at times pulling away, so let's see, since we can reel it in the rest of the way. Alright, and the fishing net. Alright, striped bass. 10 kilograms, nice, so again, good amount of XP. And as we are mostly going for the XP currently, let's release for more XP. 10 kilogram fish, so that was nice. And we are considerably closer, it's only like less than like 480 XP now, so a few bigger fish or dozen smaller ones. So let's see if we can today get up to level 12, so we get the next stage fishing line. So let's keep going at least for a couple of hours, maybe for altogether length. So 50 minutes more fishing at least, unless we reach the level earlier. So let's try for more, and we still have some bait, yes, so not trying without bait, which of course leads to somewhat uninteresting fishing experience. Alright, and another strike. A bit of fighting from the fish, but not too much. So. Right, it's still a bass, not a very large one, but let's release for more experience. Kill a boss, so progress experience wise. And another one, please. And then we wait again for some interest from the fish, so they strike. There we go. At least a bit of a fight, but not pulling away outright, so probably not a very large fish. Let's see. Alright, spotted bass. So still some experience. Here probably $13 are more valuable than 2 experience. And another one. 40, so kind of like a bit different position again. And wait for strike. This bobber is rather nice because it's quite easy to see among the higher level ones, because some of those had pretty poor contrast. That's pretty good to see, especially as there's the special display for the fishing bobber status. So there we are again with the fish, and it's a pretty sizable one from judging from the tints, and that we get to the lowish yellows, so it's actually a piece of some stature at least. Spotted bass, and again 16 XP, and we get 4 more for release, so let's release and see, we are now up to about 400 XP missing, so another cast and keep going. Hopefully a big fish again soon, because a couple of those would pretty much finish the next level. Alright, there's some action again. And a bit of a fight, but not like a big fish does, tension-wise, so. White crappie, and this pretty small one. $4, let's sell that. Another cast and another go at fish. Game time also goes pretty slowly as we have been fishing for a good while and it's now only 8 AM, so the game time is also quite conservative speed wise. Alright, another white crappie. 7 XP, one more for release. Let's sell also that, like, at least get back the price of the bait, almost. Move position a bit and cast. And then we wait for another interested. And there we go, we have interest. Or not. Alright, let's keep the bait in the water then. Alright, let's wait. That appears like a real fish and not false alert, so. And at least a bit of tension, but the huge fish by any means. Right past, still 34 XP, so it's nice. 7 XP for release, 2 kilogram fish still, so let's release it and see how our XP situation is doing. So now we are under 400 by far, almost 350, so it's progressing pretty nice still. Another cast and 42 meters. Alright, long cast. And wait for interest hopefully. Again, and we still had a bait on it, so that's even better. Hadn't run out quite yet. And then we wait. And we have interest. At least a moderate fish, as there's like tension up to the yellow. Still we are reeling it indirectly, so not too much need for reeling tactics yet. At least. Spotted bass, 7 XP, like really small, 400 grams, so let's release it for one more XP. And let's try this side. And we have no bait, so let's buy some more. I think the wax swamp worked very nice. Also the dragonfly should work for. Let's try the dragonfly out of curiosity. It's like $10 a piece, so should be pretty fancy. Let's equip those and see like if the boss strikes better to the dragonfly or not. At least it's quite expensive bait, one might say. There we are. Let's try. Like is the dragonfly worth like double the price? Alright, and we have a fish. And keep reeling, a bit of tension, but nothing major this far. Another white crappie. Let's sell that to cover a bit of the cost of the bait, like $10 bait, yes, but it's not doing that much better. So let's try for more. And then we wait again for a strike. And there we are. Alright, another largemouth bass, so again 35 experience plus let's take 7 from releasing. And we have now only 297 experience actually to go, so drawing closer gradually. And another go. Still has a bait left also. Good start of course. to have some bait left. Hopefully we get some interest soon. Alright, there we have some tension also, so might be slightly bigger, we'll see. Like tries to pull off at least some smallmouth bass. Sell that to cover the cost of the bait again some. And not yet out of bait, so try again. And again waiting for a strike. It's gradually getting 8:30. Alright, and there we go. In the game world, so the morning is slowly getting a bit brighter also. This is pretty nice weather. There's sometimes mist on the water and so on, so looks quite alright, especially as this is the older game of the three. That's a really small bass, like, yeah, let's release that, like, if you can find even smaller smallmouth bass. Also gradually moving forward. The experience. One bait left, and then need to get more. The dragonfly hasn't exactly proven to be a necessarily superior. And then we wait again a bit shorter cast, like then we wait to get the strike again, hopefully. And wait. Alright, and there we have a fish. Not a big one though. Like just really thin. It's again a spotted bass, but like really small one, so let's release it for a bit more XP. Now we are probably, yes, now we are up to up to needing considerably less than 300. Big fish would be nice, but of course, and we have no bait, so let's not cast yet, but first buy more bait. Go again with the wax worm. 10 pieces, please, and cancel that and equip bait. There we go. Oh, hello there, Briareos. Good to have you here. Of course, you get the wave, and we are still trying to fish a couple of big fish or so to get better fishing line, so we can at the bigger fish get it actually up. As we are currently in a bit of trouble with that we would need a better fishing line, but it requires next level in the game, so we are kind of working to get that. We don't miss that much experience anymore, but it's like requires a bit more to get the level 12 monofilament like fishing line, as mostly up to the durability of the fishing line, as we can get bigger fish in at least a few of the maps. Not even thinking of the Marlin, which was of course our like final goal in this series, which is why we are using the old fishing game, so that we can get the Marlin more easily, as it would take longer time of work to get up to more Marlin in the second ultimate fishing simulator, as that would be like, alright, this is big. You can immediately see as it has this much tension to start with. Is most probably big. Let's see if it still fights us properly again before we get it reeled in. Nope. And actually that's a huge amount of tension for like the regular spotted bass. So let's sell that and wonder about like, yes, that was a lot of tension for the small spotted bass. Really. Soon we are up to 250 missing. How have you been, Priaras, by the way? Anything new with you? Always good to see you in the stream also. And then we wait for a strike again. Would be quite useful to capture one of the like 10 kilogram 160 XP fish, as it doesn't take more than a couple of good fish theoretically. Alright. And reel it in. Striped bass, 36 XP even. That's pretty nice. Striped bass, even if it's only 2.14 kilograms, it also gives 7 XP to release that. So actually that was pretty good XP for such, and we are almost up to 200 XP missing. So that would be already quite close to one big fish resolving that issue. So getting closer. Oh, then of course once you feel like going to sleep, Jacks, feel free to, and thank you for joining the stream. So we'll wave and wish you a pleasant sleep once you go. So thank you for joining the stream and hope to see you also tomorrow. So always good to have you joining us. So let's go for more fish. Oh, thank you. Let's go for more fish and hopefully one of the big ones, which would quite quickly resolve our XP problems by now, as they are around 160 XP a piece as far as the big ones we have gotten tonight. Wind has been picking up a bit since earlier in the morning. To wonder how much that affects, because wind also tends to have some effect on fish interest in biting at our bait. So let's see how the wind will affect us longer term. New and positive. Oh, that's not the kind of positive you usually want this one suspect, but it is what it is. Hopefully, not too difficult. If understood correctly, like positive in the less desirable sense. So hopefully goes well. Alright, and another fish, at least a bit of tension, so it's not the smallest ever, but as it doesn't like pull away, most probably not a very big fish. It might be 20 to 30 XP. Yes, it's a spotted bass, so a bit more XP, like 8. Sell it for 9 and try to catch more. Yeah, hopefully you can rest well at home and heal then. Yeah, one can see from the water even that it's been picking up considerably wind-wise. A lot more waves than earlier in the morning game time, so this isn't probably a very big fish because it's only like the smallest spotted bass ever, like 400 grams, but it's still like 6 XP, so let's sell that to get a bit more funds for bait, like the smallest spotted bass. Oh, good to hear still, so of course always. And let's again go more of in this direction and see how it goes with catching something again. then we wait for interested fish. And we have a customer, and it's a bit bigger one, as we are getting like plenty of tens, and so we have to fight it at least a little. Alright, getting it in. Let's see if we have to use even the fishing net, or a bit easier to pull in now. So alright, that's a good amount of XP. Very nice looking striped bass. A really nice looking fish. We get 10 XP for releasing that, and as we are mostly after XP, which should put us good amount of closer. Yes, it's only like 150 now, so it would be one, or even 146. So it would be one big fish, and that would be it for level 12 for the better grade fishing line. So in that respect also should be doable once we catch a couple of good fish more. Let's see if we can make it into 2 hours tonight, or continue next stream from here, or like from another fishery with the improved fishing line. So we'll see. Not that many fish more needed any case. If I get like one of the really big ones, like 10 kilogram fish, it's like one fish, and boom. So let's see where it goes in that respect. And we have interest. At least a bit bigger fish, because it tries to pull away also further on into the reeling in. Spotted bass, very nice new record, and really nice pattern, everything, and we get 5 XP more for releasing it. Yes, please. We have released quite a few fish to continue with gaining XP, almost up to 100, like 120, 119 even, so getting really close by now. And then we again wait for something to swim along and bite on our bait. Alright, and we have action. Alright, largemouth bass, so again a good amount of XP. And certainly taking the 7 XP, as we should be almost now up to, yes, it's only 88, so it will most probably be doable within the 2 hours, as we are missing only 88 XP. Yes, we have about slightly under 15 minutes left for 2 hour stream, which is a good amount for tonight, would say. So we should be able to do it, and maybe try a bit with the new fishing line again at the dam where we started, because we like The would get a fish almost to the shore and then the line would just break, so let's see. Again requires some patience, and there we go. Fish. Not a very big one as it's not really fighting, but the XP at this point is like good thing. It's actually a pretty big white crappie. Sell that. And another cast, please. And then we wait again to have some potential buyers line up. And there we go. Alright, this is something a bit more demanding. Almost pulling away, so let's reel and see how much of further fight it puts up, and or if we need to use the fishing net. Alright, 25 XP, 5 more for release. Of course we take 5 more. Nice big eyed. And we are missing only 40, so many fish will already do that directly. Excellent. And we still have one bait, so cast it out and catch some fish, please. Alright, oh, that was kind of bad luck. Move it to get attention, but the fish was about to strike exactly at that moment, so it's kind of poor luck when you get that. So let's wait for another interested to come along. Alright, and that's a pretty strong tug and some tension also, so this should be a pretty good fish. Putting up a bit of a fight at least, so let's keep working. You can reel it in linearly, it seems, so no major fighting. Largemouth bass, alright, this will be at 40, this should actually increase level when we release that. Pretty nice fish, 2.14 kilograms also. Let's see. Yes, level 12, so now we can First of all, we can again increase our experience gain, or which is preferable as we need even higher level for the. And now we can buy the next specification fishing line. So now we can buy the level 12 one, which increases durability like 5 a bit over 5 kilograms. And the next ones are already level 13, 14. So we change. Now we can also sell that, so not too much of loss. Now with the higher end fishing line, let's go for a bit to the next fishery. Let's see also if we broke, not quite yet 1,000 kilogram of fish, but that's pretty close by now. So let's go here again and see how it works with the new fishing line next to the dam. Can we this time get something out of the reservoir first? Would be interesting to see, as there are different kinds of fish. The last time we got pretty well along with the worm, so let's see what we. No bait left actually, so the last bait was quite effective. Let's again take the red worm first, because that immediately brought us some fish here. So equip the red worm and move to the same spot we tried time previous when we were starting the stream and couldn't get the fish to the ground. So let's see. Cast out and wait for interest. So we made our primary objective for this time of getting the better monofilament line first, and now we can see whether it helps here. May take a while. We did earlier at least get some fish with that bait here. Let's see. And still no interest, so let's reset the cast and try a different spot. And wait again. Not a lot of luck here now. Let's try the other direction. Alright, and wait again, like, be nice to have a test here again, or go to the other better fishery also, if it just doesn't now catch here at all. Looks kind of unsuccessful still in that sense, but let's see a while and then maybe move to the other lake in Canada for another try. And kind of not digging it here now, so let's try the Canadian lake also, if we would dare get now the phenomenon with the bigger fish again. Let's try also here, and if we just get nothing, then we see who we will raid, but let's try a few casts also here, as would like to see if we can land one of the big fish, any of these, with the new fishing line. And there we go. Let's choose the same spot as we did the very far end of the lake. There we go. And cast. And let's see if this works out more effective. I do not think so. The spots on the map are indicated by the location markers, so do not think so. Would take a pretty long line to fish from top of the dam. That would be interesting, certainly. Alright, there's interest. And some fighting. Let's see if we can land this. Alright, golden trout. Really nice looks with the golden coloration and the pattern. Let's sell that and try for more at least for a couple of casts before seeing who we can raid. Golden trout look really nice. And wait for interest. Let's see if there's any interested fish in the vicinity. Not much happening yet. Alright, premature strike. Oh. Try again. Let's see at least this cast still. Been a very nice night fishing, as we also reached the next level, so we have stronger fishing line for new challenges. And now we do have some interest, so go for it. Pretty strong. Oh, this is going to be interesting. That's a big fish. Let's increase the brakes a bit and start the fight back. Alright, we are getting it in now. Let's see. Full trout. 2.7 kilograms. Very nice. Very nice, smooth texture, and also let's finish tonight with that catch of a fish, and let's see, we still most probably do not quite have not up to 1000 kilogram of fish yet, but we are good to gradually finish here. So let's switch back, and first of all give a nice wave to all. Thank you for watching, and wish you a pleasant night whenever you go to sleep, and let's see who we can raid for tonight. Ah, Blade Wolf seems to be playing some racing. He's not streaming very often, so let's see. They are still live. It's like the final 2 hours, so it's ending in 10 minutes, so not in this case. Voidbirds raided us recently, so we should return that. Let's see if they are still playing Hunt Showdown. Yes. So let's go for them. Let's raid Voidbird 72 and finish the night that way. Oh, you're welcome, of course. Let's start the raid and thank you all for joining and have a pleasant night. See you tomorrow. And here we go.